Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is FPLElmer and today we're going to be going through my Matchday 4 team selection. Matchday 4, UCL is back for Matchday 4. This is where the league starts shaping up, so it'd be interesting to see what is going to happen. But for us, we just look at the fantasy side of things at the moment. So before we get into that, I think we're 2 subscribers away from 150, which was the goal before the mid of this month. So we're kind of exceeding expectations so far, and it's all down to you guys and your support on the channel. So if you're new around here, enable us to achieve that goal. Make sure you subscribe and also leave a like on the channel. It really helps out the channel. And so without wasting any much time, let's get straight into it. So first of all, we're going to look at match day 3. We managed to score 63 points, and also make sure you join the league if you haven't joined. I think we're about 30 people in there. Go in, join, compared to the rest of the community. So we had Harry Kane getting 18 points, a goal and assist. He was the captain. Did not switch to Haaland because you never know what's going to happen once the first captain performs. So Kane was the captain and remained the captain. Then we had Alvarez 1 point, Haaland 2 goals, very well taken goals. Then we had Xavi Simons with a goal and an assist. Kimmich 3 points. Bellingham gotten 7 points. I think he had a goal. Fran Garcia 4 points, mostly for ball recoveries, same as Ake. Cancelo ball recoveries. Henrik 0 points. Shame that I subbed off Dumfries, who had 2 points, and Henrik did not play, so disappointing there. Then I had Ter Stegen with 2 points. On the bench, I had Sommer, Thuram, Saka, and as I mentioned, Dumfries, who was subbed off for 63 points. Not so bad. I think managed to get a slight green arrow. So let's see what Matchday 4 has in store for us. Then now we can look at how my Matchday 4 team is going to be looking like. So the team is just basically the same as the Matchday 3 points. Only 2 transfers per week. And what I'm thinking of is we haven't seen the news of Haaland, who came out injured in the previous match. So we don't know if he's going to start this fixture, or is going to be benched and given a rest. So that's why I've gone for Mbappe in there. I think that's a very good transfer. He managed to score a goal against Milan last time out, so I hope I can be able to replicate that. Then we have Thuram, who doesn't really play in the Champions League, and that's why I've gone for Zaire Emery, who looked really good last game week. Managed to get 2 assists, and that's why I think I'm going to be going for him in place of Thuram. Sorry for the background noise. It's a little bit raining at the moment. I hope it won't be picked up, and if it's picked up, I'm very sorry. So that's the team for match day 4. Hope I can be able to perform, and I hope that it does. I'll be able to perform. But of course, there are people who are going to be using their wild cards. I'm sure I might be one of them. I might use my wild card because why not? The wild card is there to be used, and it's better to use it in the group stage. The only place, another place very good to be used maybe is quarterfinals, before the quarterfinals begin, because now you can know the draw, you can know which teams might go through. You might prioritize a certain team instead of another. So if you don't use it now, I'd say use it in the quarterfinals. So this is how the team is going to be looking like. We're going to be having Sommer and Ramiro in goal. Then I've gone for Sommer, just Inter, very good defensively, and it's cheap. I think it's 4.5 million. So that's why I've gone for him. They play Salzburg. Not a very good team, but they really managed to score last week. But I'd expect Inter to be able to keep a clean sheet. Then you have Ramiro, cheapest playing goalkeeper, I think is 4 million. So they have been good. They've already kept 2 clean sheets from their first 3 matches, and that's why I've gone for him in there. And then to the defenders, we have Di Lorenzo, has been very good attacking. He's very attacking, as you all know. So for so many assists and goals, mainly in the back line, usually go for those guys who can give you assists and some goals here and there. That's why I've gone for Di Lorenzo there. Then you have Damian. Doesn't really play in the Champions League, but the injury for Pavard might give him a higher chance of starting. That's why I've gone for him. And of course, he's also very cheap. So I think an Inter, as I mentioned, very good defensively. So that's why I've gone for him as well. Then you have Raum, very attacking as well. Plays as the left back for Leipzig. Very attacking, has 1 goal and an assist so far. So that's why I've gone for him in there. Then we have Joe Cancelo against Cancelo, who plays for Barcelona, of course. Barca are very good defensively. Cancelo is very attacking, and I've noticed that he has a lot of ball retentions, so that gives a lot of points in the UCL fantasy. That's why I've gone for him in there. And then Kim Min Jae, Bayern are very good defensively. He's a threat from corners and also very high in the ball retention stats, and that's why I've also gone for him in there. The other considerations in goal, there's Ter Stegen and Onana. And then for the defenders, we have Alphonso Davies and Hakimi. That's just some other considerations. If you don't want to use any of the players on the graphic over there, you can go for those ones. And then next we can move on to the midfielders. We're going to be having Xavi Simons. Managed to score, I think, 2 goals last week. So that's why I've gone for him. He had a very good performance, and I think he might be able to start again and produce the same amount. It's very good for Leipzig so far. I think that's an added advantage to having him in there. Then you have Jude Bellingham. He always finds a way to one of the match performances, which are 3 points. So that's 6 points just from being one of the match. And that's why I've gone for him. He just has that in him to be one of the match, produce goals and assists. So I've gone for him. Then you have Galeno. There, just a cheap midfield option. He has a very easy fixture. They won 4-1 last week. I know he did not score, but I think this week he might be able to have a sniff in there. Then you have Zaire in there. I think very good for PSG. He's been very good. 2 assists in their last match against AC Milan. So not able to produce the same goods, and that's why I've gone for him as well. Then you have Leroy Sané, who's been on fire this season so far. I'd say, in my opinion, like top 10 players so far in the world this season. So I've gone for him in there, and hopefully he'll be able to perform against Galatasaray. So some other considerations, we have Mendes from Sociedad, who's also been very good, and of course Rodri, who's also been very good for Man City. I usually post some shots here and there, so make sure you check them out. I'll put the annotations for each segment as we go through them. So make sure you click on them if you want to see the shot. You can also check out my TikTok, link is down in the description. I also post them there, and of course also post them on Instagram. So make sure you go check all my socials. The links are all down in the description, and go check them out. So make sure you follow me on all those socials, and I'm very thankful to you guys. So that's the midfield. Let's look at the forwards. So for the forwards, I've decided to go for Harry Kane. He's been in good form, scored a hat-trick last weekend against Dortmund. So you all know he's on fire, he's on form. He's the goal scoring machine for Bayern Munich at the moment. He already has 2 goals, 2 assists, and I don't think he can only improve on that. And I'm sure he's going to be able to do that against Galatasaray. Then you have Alvarez. He's been the playmaker for Man City in the absence of Kevin De Bruyne, a cheap City player who's going to be starting regularly. So that's why I've gone for him as well. Then finishing off the team, I've gone for Mbappe. I'm sure he doesn't need an introduction, doesn't need anything said. He's been good for PSG, 2 goals already so far. He's a bagsman for PSG, so then that's why he's there. But I'd say if Haaland is going to be fit, I think I'd rather go for Haaland instead of Mbappe, because they play a relatively easier fixture. So that's someone you can consider. Once you get the news, we have Haaland in there, and of course we have the guy who scored the hat-trick for Porto last week, the Evan Nilsson. You can also go for him if you want to take a punt on a very good differential. So that's what the forwards have gone for. I'm sure that they'll be able to perform in the upcoming game week. But yeah, that's the wildcard as well for those people who are thinking about using their wildcard. And yeah, that's the team. So for that, I'd like to thank you all guys for watching. Make sure you leave a like if you managed to reach this far. And yeah, with that, I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and bye bye.